My name is Jennifer, and I am a product of Key Curriculum, and I'm very proud that even when I was in college, I tutored out of Key to fractions, Key to decimals. Remember all those? And then when I was in my teacher prep program, I learned all about Sketchpad. So think about that. We'll get back to that in a second. But think about technology. When's the last time you picked up an iPhone or a projector or a Wii or something? How did you figure this out? What did you do when you did that? What were you thinking? Did you pick up the manual? Now think about your students. Have you ever watched a 9-year-old figure out Lego Star Wars or a 14-year-old go and play Rock Band on the Wii? How did they figure it out? Well, the first thing that they do is not look at the manual. They go and they play, right? They go and they go through cut the rope. Have you ever done that? They have the instructions on the iPad. They just swipe right by it. It's like, wait, I wanted the instructions. No, they don't do that. They play around, they explore, they figure it out. What's the second thing they do? What do you think they do? Manual? No, they ask a friend. Hey, come over here, I need help. How did you do this? Oh, okay, let's check that. Okay, no, that didn't work. Okay, try this. They go through and they play and they explore together. They really talk to each other. What do they do next? Do you know? They Google. I swear I didn't know. Lego Star Wars cheats. And you can go watch a YouTube and you can figure out how to get to the next level. They can figure that out. The manual? I don't know. Would they do that? I love the manual, but our kids don't really look at the manual. So does this look familiar? Look at play and explore. Conjecturing, they're making a plan. Sound familiar? Something about Common Core, standards of mathematical practice. Make sense of problems and persevere in solving them. That's what they're doing. They've got that. Second one, ask a friend, collaborating, they're discussing, they're critiquing. Another standard of mathematical practice, you got it. Construct viable arguments and critique the arguments of others. That's what they're doing with each other. Next one, you can see this one coming. What is Google? What are they doing? They're using appropriate tools. You better know this one. Using appropriate tools strategically. Our kids know how to do this. So let's let them do it in the mathematical classroom. That's where we need to do it. They're used to doing this all over. First time I saw Common Core, I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to do? Then I started reading it. My friend Werner, who some of you may know, said Key Curriculum was Common Core before Common Core was cool. And so we've got this. Oh, let's go back to the manual real quick. Okay, manual's like the textbook, and we're always complaining, why don't kids read the textbook? Well, let's remember, Common Core is not driven by textbooks. We have to do this other stuff to make it work. So I wanted to go back. So this is stuff that Key Curriculum has taught me. Murdoch and Kamishki's have taught me about transformations. Use the graphing calculator. Let's do a quadratic. How do we shift it up? How do we shift it down? How do we do it left to right? How do we flip it? That kind of thing. And then we can go into signs. Well, since we flipped this one function, we can do it to the other. And now with calculators, you can put a picture in there. Can you physically make a sign graph? How exciting we can do that with the technology, especially graphing calculator technology. And then Sketchpad. Oh my gosh, I know many of you have probably played with transformations on Sketchpad. You can animate, you can change the parameters. Oh my gosh, we have this. We have tools for kids to explore with. It's fascinating to do that. So, and then we can connect using Sketchpad. We can look at a typical problem. You have a triangle, you add it, what's the perimeter, how does it grow? But we can add it to algebra. What does the slope mean? What is the y-intercept? How does it change when we have a small triangle? How does it change when we have a large triangle? What's going on there? Then we can ask, what if we did the number triangle versus the area? Oh, it's going to be squared. Wait a second. Why is that linear? Talk about slope, y-intercept again, what's going on? Oh, we're just adding the same area each time. That makes sense, it's linear. So we're going out. And then of course, Michael, Sarah, thank you. We love patty paper. I still get goosebumps when my kids sit there and figure out corresponding angles are equal. Snap, we're done. And then the triangle mid-segment properties. Oh my gosh, the kids get so excited when they're figuring out all those triangles are congruent. And then those of you that love discovering algebra, remember this crazy problem with the slow sports car driving north and then the crazy minivan driving south. But we've got these problems with recursion, developing equations, and then systems of equations, which you can do by pencil and paper. We can use Fathom. We're not even going to have time to talk about Fathom or Tinkerplots. And then we can go to the fantastic dynamic explorations on the internet. And so Key Curriculum we've got this. We really can do this. So anyone can push buttons, anyone can teach algorithms, but we as teachers, we are the ones that are going to empower our students to explore. Thank you very much.